What if Oprah Winfrey had a secret so shocking that it was leaked to the public? With her reputation as a beloved media mogul, this revelation has sent shockwaves through the world. Let's dive into the details behind this scandal and what it means for her legacy. Oprah Winfrey, a name that symbolizes inspiration and philanthropy, is now at the heart of a controversy that has many questioning the role of wealth and influence in society. From rising out of poverty to building a media empire, Oprah has long been a role model. But as a public figure of her stature, she faces not just admiration but scrutiny and tough questions about her choices. The latest controversy revolves around her recent involvement in a relief fund for victims of the devastating Maui wildfires. Partnering with actor Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Oprah contributed $5 million to a fund they jointly created to aid those impacted. Then they asked the public to pitch in too. What seemed like a heartfelt initiative quickly drew fire. Critics questioned why a billionaire like Oprah, with an estimated net worth of $2.5 billion, needed to ask everyday people, many struggling financially themselves, to contribute when she could have funded a much larger portion on her own. It's a question that's stuck in people's minds. Was this a case of poor judgment, or is there something bigger at play? What's behind the backlash? The criticism started almost immediately after the fund's announcement. Social media exploded with reactions ranging from mild annoyance to outright outrage. People argued that someone as wealthy as Oprah should be able to do more without asking for help. Memes flooded the internet, with some jokingly suggesting Oprah could sell just one of her properties to cover the costs. Others pointed out that in a time when many are struggling with inflation, job losses, and economic uncertainty, it felt tone-deaf to ask everyday folks to contribute. Oprah has given generously throughout her career, funding everything from educational initiatives to disaster relief efforts. In this case, she and Johnson jointly contributed $10 million to seed the fund, which is undeniably a large sum. But public sentiment was less about the amount she gave and more about the optics. The perception that billionaires should do more with their immense wealth has grown stronger in recent years, especially as wealth inequality becomes a larger part of public conversations. Is this criticism fair? That depends on how you look at it. Oprah's defenders argue that she's already done more than most people could ever dream of. She's built schools, funded scholarships, and created opportunities for countless individuals. But her critics say this controversy reflects a broader frustration, the sense that the ultra-wealthy aren't doing enough to address systemic issues, and when they do act, it sometimes feels performative. So, why does this matter so much? The backlash matters because Oprah isn't just anyone. She's Oprah. Her life story is an embodiment of the American dream, and she's often seen as a voice for the underdog. For decades, she's been admired not only for her professional accomplishments, but also for her ability to connect with people and champion causes that matter. She has an unmatched influence, which makes her actions and any perceived missteps feel magnified. Oprah's identity as a Black woman also adds another layer to the story. As a trailblazer in the media and one of the wealthiest women in the world, she has faced scrutiny that many of her white or male counterparts might not endure. Historically, Black women in positions of power have been held to impossibly high standards, and when they falter, the backlash can feel disproportionate. Some critics have questioned whether a white billionaire making the same appeal would have faced this level of criticism, highlighting how societal biases may be shaping the narrative. It's also a matter of trust. Oprah has spent decades building a reputation as someone who understands and advocates for ordinary people. The perception, whether accurate or not, that she's out of touch strikes at the heart of that trust. People expect Oprah to get it, to be someone who understands their struggles, not someone who appears to ignore them. The public reaction has been divided, as is often the case in controversies involving high-profile figures. Many fans rushed to her defense, pointing out her extensive philanthropic record. She's done more good than most people could even imagine, one Twitter user wrote. Others emphasized that no one is obligated to donate to the fund, and that the criticism felt unfair, given her track record of giving. On the other side, detractors argued that this incident reflected a larger problem with celebrity philanthropy. They questioned why wealthy individuals, who have resources far beyond what most people can imagine, often turn to public donations to fund large-scale initiatives. Some even accused her of being disconnected from the realities of everyday life. Social media has been the primary platform for these debates. Hashtags like Oprahgate and billionaire backlash trended on Twitter, with people sharing their opinions and frustrations. TikTok creators broke down the controversy in videos that went viral, and Instagram was filled with memes criticizing the situation. Interestingly, the discussion also sparked broader debates about wealth inequality and the responsibilities of billionaires. Among Oprah's core fan base, the response has been more forgiving. Many longtime supporters see the backlash as overblown, a case of people unfairly targeting a woman who has done so much good. But even some of her most loyal followers have admitted that the optics of this situation could have been handled better. Is this the first time Oprah has faced criticism? No, this isn't the first time Oprah has been in hot water. Over her decades-long career, she's faced her fair share of controversies. One notable example is the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls in South Africa, a school she personally funded to provide education for disadvantaged girls. While the academy was widely praised, it was also rocked by allegations of abuse by staff members in its early years. Oprah addressed the situation head-on, traveling to South Africa to investigate and ensure reforms were implemented. Still, the incident highlighted the challenges of managing large-scale philanthropic projects. Another controversy arose from her endorsement of public figures like Dr. Phil and Dr. Oz, who rose to fame through their appearances on her show. Over time, both have faced criticism for promoting questionable advice and pseudoscience. While Oprah didn't directly endorse their controversial statements, her role in elevating their careers has been a point of contention. More recently, her involvement with Weight Watchers, now WW, raised eyebrows. Oprah's openness about her struggles with weight has long been a part of her public persona, but when it was revealed that she had used weight loss drugs to slim down after endorsing WW, some critics accused her of hypocrisy. Each of these incidents has added a layer of complexity to Oprah's legacy, reminding us that even the most beloved figures are not immune to scrutiny. This controversy isn't just about Oprah, it's part of a bigger conversation about wealth inequality and the role of the ultra-rich in solving society's problems. As frustration with billionaires grows, figures like Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and Mark Zuckerberg have faced similar backlash for not doing enough with their wealth. Oprah's situation fits into this larger narrative, reflecting rising public expectations for the wealthy. Social media only intensifies the criticism. What once might have been a brief news blip now turns into a full-blown public debate, with platforms like Twitter and Instagram making it harder for public figures to control the story. So, where does this leave Oprah? For now, she hasn't made any major changes to her approach. She stood by the Maui Fund, emphasizing her intention to help those in need. But it's likely that this controversy will lead her to rethink how she engages in public philanthropy moving forward. Her legacy, while temporarily dented, is far from destroyed. Oprah has faced controversies before and emerged stronger, often using them as opportunities to learn and grow. Only time will tell how this revelation affects her legacy, but it's clear that nothing stays hidden for long in the public eye. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our latest updates.